Microphone check 1 2. Mike D checking in here. Wanted to check in with you guys once again. I know you're probably like, yo, why is Mike covering these other um, media outlets and their reviews? But I do think this is a conversation, man. If you don't know, Pitchfork, they actually rated Raekwon's The Emperor's New Clothes album. They gave it a 6 out of 10. What I find interesting, about the 6 out of 10, very similar to the critiques that Slant Magazine gave them in their review, where they're downing the fact that there is a nostalgic value to this album. Now, I do think that there is a renaissance of adult contemporary hip hop that's going on. And, for people who might not know what I mean by that term, we have our veterans out here, our elder statesmen, who are carrying the flag and continuously making new music that gives you that same feel and that same vibe that we got from their works in the 90s. And let's just be honest. I mean, if they were, felt moved enough to make hip hop in that era, and the production that they chose in that era moved them to rhyme the way that they did, who's to say that they don't want to do this at this point in their career because they love music and they love that vibe and they love that form of hip hop, because hip hop has actually gone in so many different directions. When you have a Raekwon out there who made it Only Built for Cuban Links, I mean, it's not about repeating your works, but you want to give yourself and your fans something that you love to that magnitude. But that's actually getting denigrated in these reviews, and I find that interesting. I don't know if there are, media outlets who don't want to see that type of renaissance or don't want to hold high the classic um what's the word I'm looking for here? The classic elements that make up classic hip hop, the beat breaks and things of that nature. How can you knock that? But let's read this review real fast. This review is from Pitchfork, written by Pete Tasolio, Tasolio, something like that. I'll put him on the screen. We'll put him on the screen, and I'll have his name up there just so you guys can go out there and find him on Twitter. He's on there. So the review says, filming the second entry in Mass Appeal's Legend Has It series, the Wu-Tang vet leans into his elder statesman status, which is precisely the problem. Interesting. How can that be a problem, right? What do we want from our vets, right? Anyway, let me go further in this. It says, when you're one of rap's foremost figures, architects, and generational lobstars and cult classics alike, two paths present themselves. You can tack left, chase lightning, seek greater and bolder heights through formative innovation, or you can revisit past glories, play to your strengths, give the people what they paid for. What's wrong with that? Anyway, save for a few turns of the century hiccups, Raekwon has prioritized customer satisfaction. He has one of hip hop's only great sequels to his name. His vivid reinterpolations of well-trodden lore continued on 2011 Shaolin vs. Wu-Tang and 2017 Steely Overachieving the Wild, where Wu's latter-day reunion efforts suffer from thematic and musical disjointness. The result of too many five-star chefs in the kitchen, Ray's solo catalogs, roomy and flamboyant, and successions of major label deals guaranteed ready audiences even in lieu of chart-topping hits. Okay, he's kind of bigging them up, I guess. The Emperor's New Clothes, the second entry in Mass Appeal's Legend Has It series, a Blue Note style project commissioning new efforts from rap's decorated elders. Aimed to split the difference, it's the album you'd release in 2006 to prove you've still got it. Very interesting, because that's damn near word for word what Slant said in their review when they said it sound like something that would have been released in 2005 to prove that you still got it. What are they? Is that a script? I don't know. Adaptation before rebirth. Fingers crossed that Hot 97 slots you into a drive time playlist. Again, what is wrong with making an album that's true to your hip hop roots and how you see hip hop? regardless of what era that is. What do they want him to do? Go out there and, rhyme over some trap beats? They want him to feature Travis Scott on stuff? I don't understand. But that's kind of a shot at Hot 97 too. Kind of calling Hot 97 washed up. I see you over there, Pitchfork. I see what we're doing. Um, it's one of those Wu albums that doesn't feel like a Wu album, brimming with horns and alky drums. The songs are the songs are defined less by sound or ideas than by their sanded down edges. Plotting beats from Knots, shout out to Knots, and Justice League, historic Marsha Ambrosia hooks, punitive passings of the torch. Huh. We'll get into that. Fish Scale and More Fish are the best version of this record. Why do they keep mentioning Ghostface in Ray's reviews? I don't like that. This sounds like a little bit of a Nas Illmatic type shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do they keep Ray and Ghost are Ray and Ghost? They have their individual catalogs. Why do they keep mentioning Ghost in Ray's reviews? That's interesting. Fish Scale and More Fish are best versions of this record, and they came out when George Patsky was governor. The datedness of The Emperor's New Clothes is compounded with its listlessness. Wild Corsations is the main attraction, Ray running the anchor on a track with Disciples, Benny, Conway, and Westside Gunn. It practically goes without saying that Ray could do Griselda better than Griselda, but he's not stepping on toes. And the lackluster Chipmunk Soul does them few favors. Funny. I mean, you got to slight something, I guess. On the guy that plans it, Ray outlines a chase scene. Producer Rhodes Art, best known for his work with Outer Rings Wu affiliates Hellraiser, weaves in dialogue and street noise. It would have been the best song on the record, but Ray's narrative screeches to a halt after a minute, and the protagonist shot dead in his tracks. I did say something along the lines that, I felt like that song was a little too short, but yeah. The Ghost duet, Mac and Lobster, at least is fun, and getting the band back together kind of way. Where Ghost's voice has been ravaged by incesting tours, those sample clearances, the sample suits aren't gonna say. Hold on. I couldn't even read the damn Ghost diss, man. Hold on. Where Ghost's voice has been ravaged by incessant touring, those sample clearance suits aren't gonna pay for themselves. That's out of pocket, Pitchfork, man. Yo, y'all go find this writer, man. What is he talking about? What's that got to do with the review, man? And what is Ghost supposed? You out here talking about Ghost has to tour? That's basically what he says. He said that Ghost's voice is shot because Ghost has to tour because his sample clearances don't pay for themselves. Fuck out of here, man. What are we talking about, man? Ray sounds virtually unchanged since 1995. Deborah Knight Wine, on the other hand, is disastrous. An autonomous struggle love ballad, suffrage with minor key unease. The song's nearly half over by the time that Ray wanders into the frame, name checking a mileage across the street and jewelry pieces before wandering back. He can call in favors for meth and deck, clock in, but the cut rate arrangements lend the air of the work for hire, and the RZA isn't walking through the door. Wow. He basically saying RZA is not coming here to save this album. These guys are out of pocket, man. I mean, look, if you want to review an album, but the slights at the Wu members is crazy, man. Ray ought to be lavished or else humbled. He needs more resources or none at all. What? Okay, let me go back. He calls in favors, meth and deck, clock in obligatingly, but the cut rate arrangements lend the air of a work for hire. Basically saying the production doesn't fit what he's looking for, I guess. And RZA isn't walking through that door. Ray ought to be lavished or else humbled. He needs more resources or none at all. Wow. Structurally, structural deficiencies aside, excuse me, Mass Appeal might have workshopped the pitch a bit further. For all the fanfare around Legend Has It, Raekwon's eighth album isn't the same draw as Slick Rick's comeback in 2025. Wu loyalists have already shelled out for a stitched together reunion effort and a farewell tour. A farewell tour this year. Emperor's New Clothes never makes a case for it. There was some place of intrigue when Ghost tried to release the Big Doe Rehab on the same day as 8 Diagrams, but this is in this saturated market. Ray's previous outing, The Wild, was expansive and expensive, and insistent declaration that Ray wasn't quite ready for a nostalgic circuit. He can book a nightclub tour and run the purple tape whenever he likes. Surely there are a few untapped chambers left to explore. Hmm. Again, tone, man. I don't understand the tone. I don't like the tone. I think that you can really go in on these records and, critique where you want to critique, but it seemed like the critiques were there just for the sake of critiquing and throwing shots at Woo members, man. Throwing that little shot at Ghost about sample clearances and RZA's not walking through the door. I think the producers did a hell of a job on this project, to be perfectly honest with you. And shout out to Knots, man. Knots is a dope ass producer who doesn't get enough credit. And to kind of brush off the producers on this album like they're knockoff Wu-Tang guys. This is the thing. You criticize this album for, trying to quote unquote dig in the past, but you're not using the producer of the past that you're sitting here calling on. You're calling on the RZA, but you say that this is digging in the past. Now, if he would have went out here and got RZA to produce this whole album, they really would have been talking about this is nostalgia. Now, we have our veterans out here who are active and who are making music, and dope music at that, who've been in this game for 30 years. Only Built for Cuban Links is 30 years ago, man. What do you expect somebody who's been in the game 30 years to make for you as a product? You know what I'm saying? You got to lean into that audience that really rocks with you and that you're really inspired by. Like I said in the other video, man, like Ray is a person too. He's a hip hop listener too. What hip hop you think Ray is putting on in his deck? You think Ray is out here popping on some Future organically or popping on some NBA Youngboy or Travis Scott or whatever? No, that's not what he's listening to when it comes to his hip hop, I would imagine. You know what I mean? Just based on this. And I think that there's no problem with an artist going out there making music that's true to themselves. I don't feel like Ray went out there and tried to recreate anything, to be honest. I think he made what he felt. And for you guys to go out here reaching and sitting here not judging the quality of the music, but you're judging where this music is coming from or the nostalgic place that you think that this music is coming from, I think is totally out of pocket. And I really think it's an attack on our veterans who are out here trying to preserve a certain hip hop aesthetic and preserve a certain hip hop sound that needs to stay around. There's no problem with us having different lanes in hip hop. You got people who could go out there and make what Ray made. You got people who could go out here and do what Freddie and Alchemist are doing. You know what I'm saying? You got people out here who could go out there and do what Jack Boys is doing, what people like Tyler the Creator are making. That's fine, man. I think it's great that hip hop has a whole lot of different lanes that we're going in right now because it takes us back to an era where everybody sounded different. Now you got people sounding different and they're different generations of hip hop, not just listeners, but artists. And they're able to actually, make music for whatever aesthetic that you're rocking with. But to go out here and act like a certain aesthetic or a certain lane is less than because it mirrors an older crowd, if you will, or just a classic sound, if you will, from a classic era, it's totally out of pocket, in my personal opinion. But enough of the talk, man. And again, I ain't trying to give people like this light like that, but I do think that certain media narratives that are being casted upon, our culture need to be highlighted and people need to know that this is going on. and need to talk about it. Now, am I tripping? Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this, and we'll put up the gentleman who wrote this as well, and y'all can go holler at him on Twitter also. But yeah, man, hit like and subscribe. And I am about to go finish listening to Alfredo too, man. There's some dope hip hop going on. And shout out to Ray, man. I thought The Emperor's New Clothes was a very dope album. And keep it going, man. But like I said, let me know in the comments what you guys think. And hit like and subscribe. And I'm gonna talk to y'all soon. All right.